Hello students, today we're going to work on Chapter 1, Word. This starts on page W1-2 in your textbook. We are going to go over creating and editing documents. The first thing we're going to talk about is how to create a new document. You're going to click File, click New, and we're going to click Blank Document. Now you notice it names it Document 2 since I previously had a Document 1 open. Now we're going to talk about saving a document. To save it, you're going to click File, and you're going to click Save. You have options to save it to My Computer or OneDrive. You also have recent folders that are optional. We're going to click Browse, and we're going to choose where we want to save our file. Once you have the location we want to save it, you need to name your file. In these lessons, you'll name your file with your initials and whatever they tell you to name your file name. Also notice that there's other options for file save as types. Some options include PDF. You can save it down to an older Word version. You can save it as a Word template, a PDF, and many others. So I'm going to keep it as a Word document. We're going to click Save, and you notice now it has my new file name up here. Let's say I want to save this as a different file name. I would go File. This time I would click Save As. Again, you have the same options. I'm going to click Browse, and then I would rename my file. Again, keep it as a Word doc, and click Save. Now my new file name is up here. I have this file, as well as the previous file I saved. If I want to open a document, I'm going to go File, Open. You notice I have the option of recent documents. It has the two documents that I previously opened. I can also go to My Computer and choose from here. When you select the file you want to open, you click Open. Now we're going to talk about typing text and word wrap. To enter text, you got to go where the flashing insertion point is. You see here I have a flashing insertion point. And then I can type whatever I would like. And the text moves right along with it. Now you notice when I do a word wrap, if I keep typing, notice how policy automatically went to the other line. That is called the text wrap. Another thing we need to talk about is show hide formatting symbols. So notice I can't see anything here, but if I go to the Home tab, and this little paragraph button here is show hide. If I turn it on, I can see all these extra symbols that I've been using. If I want to select text, let's say I want to select a word, you can just double click it and it will select the entire word. If you want to select a line, you're going to click to the left and the left margin to select the entire line. If you want to select multiple lines of text, you're going to click in the selection area and you're going to drag up or down. If you want to select an entire paragraph, you're just going to double click in the selection area. If you want to select multiple paragraphs, click in the section area and drag down. If you want to select the entire document, you can hit Control-A or Control-click in the selection area. If you want to select non-adjacent text, you're going to select the text. You're going to hold down the Control key and you're going to select the other text you want to select. Now we're going to talk about autocomplete. So autocomplete is a system within Word who allows you to, they assume words you're going to type. So let's say up here I want to put the date. So notice when I started to type December, it assumes that's what I'm going to type. And if it's true, I can hit enter, and it'll enter it in for me. Another option that Word has is autocorrect and auto format. So let's say that I am going to type this deer, but I started typing it with 2 capital letters on accident. When I hit the space, it automatically corrects it for me. Same thing if I was going to do a fraction. When I do the space, it turns it into the fraction for me. And you notice when I hover over it, it creates this little autocorrect smart tag, and you can click it and it will give you more options. So let's say I didn't want that to be a fraction, I wanted it to be like how I typed it before. I could do undo fraction, or I can stop automatically creating fractions altogether. I also have more options that I could do as well. Also, you can add custom autocorrect entries. So if you want to do that, you can click File, you can go to Options, choose the proofing, and we're going to click Autocorrect Options here. In the Replace area, let's choose Sierra, like the company name, but let's do it with 1 R. And we want to replace it with Sierra with 2 R's, the correct company name. We're going to click Add, and then we're going to click OK. We're going to click OK again to close this dialog box. Now, when I type Sierra with 1 R, notice it automatically corrected it for me with 2. Another thing to talk about is paragraph breaks. So all these symbols here are paragraph breaks. And how you do that is once you begin typing, you hit the Enter key. This creates a paragraph break. You can also create line breaks. What a line break does is it puts your information on the next line but keeps it within one paragraph. So let's say right here, I wanted to create this to move down to the next line, but I still want to keep it within the same paragraph. If I have Shift Enter, you notice a different symbol shows up. This is a line break. Now when we do the selection, you notice it's still selected all as one paragraph. There's also things called spaces, which any of these little dots here are spaces. It's kind of how you can see, it's how you separate words. There's also those things called as non-breaking spaces. To do that, you're going to hit Control, Shift, and the space bar. And you notice it makes this little like degree symbol. What this is used for is if we are typing out and I never want this to be separated into separate lines, it will always keep this together now because I put these non-breaking spaces in here. Now you have a pause and practice that begins on page W1-11.